Hey guys, it's Shannon with Apex Tarot Pure Spirit, and I'm just hopping in here to check the energies. If you're new, welcome. I'm real personable on this channel, and my other channel. I have another channel, and you can find videos down below. And I'm targeting my enemy right now. The thieves and the liars and the murderers and the blackmailers. And the divine is watching what you're doing to my children. And you all are being watched just like you've been watching me, because we see you. Understand me? The divine sees everything, and you're not going to get away with what you've done. Okay? So we've got the mouth, yes, and the ga, and they're going to pay. I declare and decree that they're going to pay what they've said and what they've done towards me, what they've stolen. It's all coming back. All of it is coming back, okay? We got a pig here, a PG, okay? Maybe that's a first name and a last name, the G and the P, or something like that, attached to this stupidness, this twisted, dark words that have been spoken, okay, about me and my family, and the blackmail that has taken place, okay, because the divine sees all of it, okay. This is a derogatory name for police officers, the pig, okay, but we know there's been fake pigs sent to my house, okay. And there's true officials that are watching over this thing, and my children need to not be afraid to stand up and do the correct thing. To do the correct thing. Understand me? Joshua and Zachary, do you understand me? You do not have to fear these people. They're liars. They are nothing but dark. They're dark, and you must stand up, and you must overcome this. Okay, whatever they've even gotten you involved in to do, okay, it's time to heal something here. It's time. They know that they have no power. They use fear tactics because they absolutely know they cannot touch you. Okay, they cannot touch you. This word that is out here, the gapi, the G and the P, like I said, it could be a first name and a first initial and a last initial, okay? This is twistedness, okay? This represents not only just darkness and twisted ropes and stuff like that, and the mouth speaking and chewing on things, which came out today, by the way. There's this breakdown to death energy itself, okay? This word here, gop or gap or gip or GP or whoever this is, represents obviously darkness, but it represents the meaning of a real bad darkness. It's an extended meaning of darkness, it says. There's crookedness here. In a very bad way, which we know. We absolutely know. I'm dealing with thieves and liars and cheaters and people who have literally cannibalized people by their mouth, energetically, physically, emotionally, and took my children and thought they were going to take my children away, and you don't get my children. Do you understand? Because I have a promise from the divine on my children. Okay, my children, from the pureness of my heart, was dedicated to the true, pure Father of all fathers of the universe. And so you don't get to put your wickedness upon them, okay, because they got duped. Okay, well, their mama has been saved here and brought to this place to set people free, okay? And my children are free because I declare and decree it. Let God arise and my enemies be scattered, and let the wicked pay for what they've done and what they've said. Let them go to the pit of hell where it's dark, and let them just sit there in their wickedness and misery throughout eternity, because these people are seared. You're wicked. You're nothing but wickedness in the earth. And I command you to release my children right here, right now. Right here, right now. I call forth the armies of heaven to back these words up for uprightness' sake, to release my children from wickedness, to shine the light in their face. Thank you, sweet divine, for the power that you've given your people over darkness. It has to flee at the light. It has to flee at the light. It has no power. It has no power. Perfect love casts out fear. Have no fear. For the Lord our God is with us to lead the way. To lead the way. It's time to wake up, people. And be free. I command freedom right here to my children. A transformation right now. This wickedness must go right here, right now. We have father-in-law coming out here, and I rebuke you, wickedness. Okay? This actually has to go back to a son-in-law, okay, that did something to his father-in-law, who is a Scorpio, okay? And somebody was blackmailed. Absolutely, they were blackmailed. My children were blackmailed, okay? My children were blackmailed because of wickedness, because of unclean behavior here, okay? There's little children, okay? There's little children here involved in some stuff. My grandchildren are involved in some stuff here. And by God, people, you need to rise up against this wicked energy, this real darkness. These people have no hold upon you. And until you stand up to them and say, I don't think so, we are free and free indeed by J or G and P. Okay? There's a J here then. That just didn't come out of my mouth for nothing. There is a G and a P. There's a Y here with this energy. G, P, and Y. There's a H, a Q, and a Z here. There's an E, an N, and a W here. There's a D, and an M, and a V here. There's Scorpio energy. There is Leo energy. There's Taurus energy. Obviously, there's Scorpio, I just said. There's Cancer energy. There's Aries energy. There's Leo energy, or Sagittarius energy. I already said Leo. And somebody was blackmailed over a father-in-law situation because of something that was unclean. Okay? Something's unclean, it's unclean. But you don't go blackmailing people because you went in and you murdered somebody and you didn't want it out. Well, it's already known. Okay? It's already known. The police, the pig, also was involved in some things, and we already know that. We already know. Divine, what do you want to say further about this? I command my children to be released. Well, there is that confusion energy. Okay, there's the King of Pentacles. We've got boss situations and seductions and people doing unclean things to children. Okay. And trying to blackmail because of their filthiness here. We got the God of Truth coming out here. The God of Truth. This says, pull me out of the net which they have secretly laid for me. You are my strength. And I did a video today on my other channel. And there's the King of Swords right there. Okay. There's also the Emperor showing itself here as well. This card came out on that reading. Okay. We got the Emperor, an older person, a father-in-law, brothers, uncles, cousins. We got little children showing itself out here. Okay, and we've got blackmail. We've got some blackmail situation. There's the Queen of Pentacles coming out as well. So we got people involved in stuff in which we know. Third-party situations. Okay, gossipy stuff. It's already known, people. And you're going to release my children and my grandchildren. Do you understand me? You have no hold over my family. We have the victory. You can't touch us. You can't touch us because you're under my feet. My children will not be caught up in this uncleanness. Joshua and Zach, you need to go to the FBI because this thing's already being watched in a very big way. And the divine will see to it that upright investigators will get to your conversation about this mess. Okay? This is going to be the biggest shakedown that the United States of America has ever witnessed. Okay? We're talking uncleanness. Cursed is every man who hangeth upon a tree and will not release a thing. Okay? This prophecy energy coming out here as well. We also got the Hierophant coming out here. Okay? This has to do with spiritual mentors who are wolves and teachers, okay, and school systems and governments, okay? But this also represents the truth, or it should, okay? And we've got positive and negative in every single sign of the zodiac, okay? We got law situations involved here, being biased, people who have been and people who are not, okay? Low-level devil energy. But the divine says he's going to pull you out of the net, which they secretly had waited and tried to do something and laid out for people through this blackmail, this darkness. This is darkness. This darkness. Somebody took money for some things. Okay? Whatever it was, it has no hold because it was done by lies. It was done by lies. Let God be true and stand up and send the armies of the forces of heaven against you, wickedness. I claim back my children. They shall come forth and they shall not be blackmailed anymore. My grandchildren are involved in this stupidness, people. My grandchildren mean something to me. Now, you good officials already know, I know you've been tracking conversations on phone calls and things like that. It's time to stand up and do something. My children were blackmailed. My children were blackmailed, and I want you to do something. My grandchildren are being influenced in situations by blackmail. Okay? Because of the stupidness. time to leave the mind. Yes, it is time to leave the mind. It's time to get up and do something and stand up for the truth. Because of death situations, it's time to heal the heart. Josh and Zach, you do not have to fear. You stand up and you put your finger in their face and tell them to get behind you, because they're nothing but darkness. They cannot hurt you. The divine's watching this. There's too many people watching this thing. Too many people watching it. Too many people know about it. Okay? You're safe, babies. You're safe. Okay? And whatever you got mixed up in, whatever they blackmailed you to do toward your mother through this death situation, and even maybe caused you to do something because of that, because they wanted to tie you up in a mess so that they wouldn't say, so that you wouldn't say. You're forgiven, okay? Because this came from top people, wicked people in organization here are to be blamed at this mess that they've caused. You're free, baby. You're free. Don't you dare let them bully you. This would represent a bully. Okay? I guarantee you there are good officials that are on your phones watching conversations about this stuff. They already know. They're waiting for your confession. Everyone is being watched. Everyone. It's time to release right now. Yes, or there's hell to pay. There's going to be hell to pay. The H here. Okay? There's the H here. Which is the Hagalas. Let me find it here. It's a sacrifice. This is sacrifice energy right here. This card represents that. Somebody was sacrificed. Emotionally, physically. I mean, this has been going on for a long time with more just, not just with my family. This is caution, solitude. Yes, this is people being segregated. Damages and worry and debt and unexpected and initially unwanted births. And this has to do with children. People got pregnant. Okay? No children are involved in all this. This is seduction as well. And little kids being touched where they don't need to be touched. You got hell to pay, people. Stand up. Those of you who will stand up, you will be safe. You run into this tower here on this information that's coming out here. You make them pay for what they've done. Okay? The divine will work a thing out. Those who started this lying and cheating and molestation. There's molestation here. Uncleanness. It's time to stand up and do a thing. And stop this mess. Heal the land. So we've got the second letter here, which is the U. Okay, in the runes coming out here. Which is freedom, yes. Power, okay? Passion has already been out here. Progress, courage. It's a risk of failure for those who exaggerate. People have exaggerated things and said some really dark things, okay? They're going to the pit of hell. Remember, I was at the laundromat one day a couple years ago, and the divine had spoken to me about circulation. that comes by the mouth. It was by this energy that rules over that lymphatic system. I had no idea why I even heard that in my spirit, and it goes right back to this right here. Okay? This Piscean. Okay? And if you're Pisces and you're upright, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about the people involved in my case. Okay? Pisces coming out really strong here. We got Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, and Taurus is coming out real strong because both of these cards go back to Taurus. We also have the lower version here of the Queen of Pentacles, but Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The sun right now is in Aquarius. I believe Aquarius holds that card. Aries coming out really big and strong with the Emperor. Okay? The law is here, really big. And whatever has taken place, the God of truth is here to work a thing out. Your assets, your homes, your children now are under judgment. Stand up, Josh. Stand up, Zach. They can do nothing to you. You understand? Mama said to stand up now. Face this thing head on. This thing needs to come down and be burnt to the ground. We got surgery, yes, and diamond. And if that mockingbird don't sing, Mama's gonna buy you a diamond ring. This has to do with, well, your assets just came out here with that one rune. Okay, there's hell to pay for what you did and what you said about my surgery and stuff like that, and what you circulated about me. That was a lie and an exaggeration. Okay, Miss Pisces? We've got El Chanun, the gracious God, and God has been gracious and has tried over and over. They murdered them. Yes, we already know there was a murder. They murdered them. Okay? You murdered somebody. Shows it right here. We got the death card right here. Slow to anger, abounding in steadfast love, and relenting from disaster. Okay? So, you people, face up to what you did for this murder. You murdered them, and you know it. You know what you did. If you want mercy and grace, you will stand up right now and face this. We got sister and the mechanic coming out. Well, we know who that is. We know who the mechanic is that's attached to my, and then there's a celebrity, and we know who that is as well. And they stole stuff. They stole stuff. Do you want forgiveness? Because I just seen forgive there as well. And we got it right here.